Hey, when you hop on, let me know that you're here. I would love to say hello. I know I'm late getting on here. I meant to do this days ago, and we had last minute family. Hey Rose, you're the first one to comment. How's it going? Hey Leanne. Hi Carrie, Kay, Victoria. I know I promised y'all that I would do this days ago. Hi Tanya. And I completely forgot that my mother-in-law was gonna be in town. Oopsie. Hi Linda. I'm gonna do one thing. Hi Stephanie. I totally forgot to turn off my Wi-Fi. Hi Stacy. Hi Tamara. Not bode well. I was not very happy. So, hi Gianna. So we got some new colors. Oh, I'm so excited. So this glitter makes it. I don't know if somebody had posted it or if I saw it on, I don't know, it might have been a sponsored ad. I don't really know, but she had some pretty colors and I'm really excited. So here is our first one. It's called Green-Eyed Purple People Eater. And it's a color shift. Hey, Erica. I hope this is doing justice. I've got a light over here that I'm really hoping is helpful. But it's like a, not a lime green, but kind of a greenish to purplish color. Hi, Penny. But that is, where's my spatula? Right here. Oh, good grief. My phone's being... Good morning, Christina. Oh my goodness. So I told y'all last time that I got a little TV so I can actually see y'all's comments. And it's not playing nice and I'm about to lose my mind. I had it all set up and nice. Oh, good gravy. Let's try that again. Okay, so here is... Oh, good gravy. Let's try. My mute went off. I don't like the sound of my voice on that TV. But this is the Green-Eyed Purple People Eater. I don't feel like the shift is really showing. I hope it's just my TV because it looks great on my phone. It's so pretty. It's got all the different cuts in it. It's got a really fine, kind of a medium, and then the chunky. But that's that one. That's from Glitter Makes It. I forgot to post that website. Casey, I'm so glad you think so. This is It's Good to Be Bad Lilac. Oh, Penny, I'm really glad. I would love to see what you end up doing with that color. It's beautiful. On the website, I thought it was like a gunmetal, but it's green, which the name gives perfect explanation. Gianna, I love everything purple too. That is my color. It's part of why my name, it just means a lot to me. So this is It's Good to Be Bad Lilac. It's really pretty. It's a kind of like a pearlescent, opalescent. Hi, Debbie. But it's holographic at the same time. It definitely has a very solid look to it. It is not translucent at all. It's like completely solid. It's really pretty. This is probably the first time y'all have ever seen the numbers on there. I'm finally getting better at naming my stuff or labeling my stuff. I still have about 60 glitters to go. But like I said, we had company, so I didn't really get much done. This is an almost opaque orange. Hi, Dawn. It's a candy corn. It's holographic. It's the same consistency as this one, but it's maybe a tiny, tiny bit see-through, but not that bad. Not like others I had, but not too terrible. but I've been looking for a solid because I have, oh no, Debbie, don't stress. It's good. Ask all the questions. I'm very ADD. I'll answer them. But this is I've been looking for an orange that was not see-through. I have Tag from Simple Beginnings. I have one or two from Fran's. It just wasn't what I wanted. And I found that and I'm so excited. Did you need me, baby?
Are we going anywhere today?
Not for a while.
Okay.
Paxton, this is called Glitter Makes It. This one is super pretty. It's Raspberry Delight. I love this one. Oh yeah, Tamara, I definitely will add that. It's glittermakes.it.com right there. And right now she has a code. This is a returning user code, but there's a code on her main page, I think fall 25 right now. Victoria, yeah, it definitely looks like something I would eat. But this one, I forgot to open up the last one, but that's okay. This one has all the different sizes also. Holographic. It's really pretty. It's not anywhere close to the Raspberry Lemonade that Fran has. Fran has a lot. Hers has yellow and pink, where this is all different pinks. And I have one more from her. This one is called Confetti. And this is going to, yeah, Penny, I think she has free shipping over $50 all the time. I'm pretty sure you're right on that. But fall 25 was at least a temporary code. I don't know how long it'll last. But this is Confetti. It's going to look familiar. Very familiar, because it's identical to Rainbow Bright from Love All Bling. I was kind of disappointed because it's so hard to get that stuff photographed properly, but they are identical. So I'm gonna have to come up with some good projects for this because I got double. I only have 3 colors that I bought from 2 different sellers that have been duplicates, so that's not too terrible considering we're at about 230 colors, but most of them do come from Fran's. But that one was Confetti, and that is it for what I bought from her. Oh, good grief. It's like Domino's over here. So candy corn, confetti, green-eyed purple people eater, color shift on that one, and then raspberry delight. That's all from her. And then now for Fran's sub box. Probably most of y'all have seen this by now because I got it like Tuesday when the mailman finally showed up with it. He's toying with my emotions. I had to put a note in there that said, "My heart can't take it if you don't leave this in here." Erica, it's really fun, right? I'm really excited about this purple one in here and the color shift. But this one is called Witch's Brew. It is all your classic Halloween colors. The burnt orange, the black, the green, the purple. It's perfect for any Halloween themed anything. You can see that there. It's really pretty. This is the one I'm the most excited about. Yeah, Gianna, it's way prettier in person. I wish that the cameras did justice, but they don't. So this is Kamikaze. It's a color shift. It's like black to blue, like an indigo blue, not quite a royal, but man, it's so pretty. When I saw a sneak peek of this when I was at Fran's the other day, I totally thought it was gonna be the same as this based on what I thought I remembered seeing of the pictures of this one. I was pleasantly surprised when they both came in looking the way they did. But they are so pretty. Isn't that pretty? Love it. I totally forgot to get that Witch's Brew out of there. Okay, my next favorite is this one, Marie Laveau. It's so pretty. So anyone that has Cora, Willy Wonka, or Merida, when those are under epoxy, they have almost like a glowing vibe. They don't look the same here as they do under epoxy. It's so pretty. Yeah, Erica, it is so much better under epoxy. It looks completely different. I know, Gianna. I'm telling you, man, I'm drawn to purples and teals. Those are my colors. Yeah, so that is that. It doesn't look like all that amazing under here, but can you see that down there catching the light? It's just kind of neon almost. Love it. And then next is Life Potion. Ooh, yeah, Tamora, there are so many purples out there. Oh my gosh. Some of them definitely will look better with others. Cora is a purple, and it would look great with this. It's a darker version of this, and Willy Wonka is even darker. But it almost has a color shift vibe, but it doesn't quite color shift. Gianna, if you need me as a scapegoat, I will gladly do that for you. You just tell him I said that you had to have it. It's okay, I'll take the blame. But this one is Life Potion. It's so pretty in person. It's brighter green than watermelon rind or taffiti, and it's darker than like Grinch or Joyful Elves or anything like that. It's like a true Kelly green in my opinion. But yeah, it's great. This one definitely had a theme. Not all the subscription boxes have themes, but this one absolutely did. Yep. One more. So I painstakingly took all the glitter off of this counter, off of this silicone mat earlier, just so I'd have a clean start, and I am making a huge mess, but that's okay. So this one is Fool's Gold. It's more yellow gold than like champagne, and it's less yellow than like 24 karat. I didn't grab that one to show y'all side by side, but it's really, really nice. Bright, chunky, or blended red glitter. Okay, let me think. So do you want it to be all red? Because I have a great bright red chunky that I can show you. I think it's right here behind me. It's called Cupid Shuffle. Kelly, these are coin capsules. I'll show you. This is the box I'm full. Hi, Kaden. So this is what this is. It's coin capsules. So what I've done is just done a little bit of, oh, here's Cora. So Cora's a little bit more purple than I'm remembering, but those two would be really pretty together. This is a purple with a blue hint, and this is a blue with a purple vibe. It's hard to explain, but it's more of a plum. Willy Wonka would look really good with these two. I just got that one. But I just have them in here and just readily available. Easy to see. So if somebody wants to see like, oh, what colors do you have? Because I don't know what I want. Then I can easily just take my box and not have to haul around all my glitters. Okay, let me find that. Tomorrow I've actually done a video on it. What I do is pour some epoxy in the bottom half, and on my chunkies, hi Mary, hi Sharon, I pour the glitter in there on the chunky and let it settle. These I made this morning with my liquidy split instead of my UV resin. I found a few of my UV resins that I didn't cure properly, and they got gross. I had to redo them. I was so irritated with myself. So if you do these with the UV light, make sure and flip it over to do the other side. I didn't, and I was quite perturbed with myself. Y'all give me just 1 second. I'm gonna grab that Cupid shuffle for her. Okay, so this is Cupid shuffle. You can see I use it kind of often. It's half empty. This is great for firefighter cups. It's just a great bright red. And I went ahead and grabbed the other one I had that's really similar, Santa's Coat. It's a deeper. Yep, Stacy, you're on the same track. Great minds think alike. It's more of a deeper red than Cupid Shuffle. I'm just getting all the fine there. That's Santa's Coat. It has, I feel like this one has a teensy bit of a holographic vibe. Not a lot. It doesn't have a lot of other colors that it throws, but definitely Cupid Shuffle is my go-to for a red chunky. There's a couple of finds that will be good matches for those as well. So that is it for the new colors. It's kind of a lot. I'm glad that I don't have to feel guilty about buying these, because all of this is in my shed. So I don't have to worry about tracking it through the house quite as bad. So the obsession is real. I had some patients the other day comment about somebody's pen or something, and they said, "Oh yeah, you're the person that got glitter mail the last time we were here." That's the level of excitement, is that everyone in the office knows about it. It's kind of sad, but that's okay. So really quickly, I'm going to mix up a little bit of epoxy to throw on this. I've got it. Tamora, you can join her Facebook group. It's Fran's Glitter and More. It'll be a group and not a page. She actually posts when the sign-ups are, and then she'll also post when the extras are available. But that all goes through her Facebook group, and I actually try and post it on the community page on my YouTube channel for that as well. You can also join our newbie Tumbler group if you want. I try and post it there too, because they're so great. So I'm going to throw my gloves on and mix up a little stuff here. I'm not going to mix up a lot because I need it on there really thin. I've got it base painted with just like an off-white. Yes, Kay, I have it right here. I'll show you real quick. Hopefully you saved her from that ant. But this is Santa's Coat. It's the brighter. And then, did I say Santa's Coat? This is Cupid Shuffle. I totally said it wrong. This is Santa's Coat. It's the darker of the two. Yeah, Megan, the group is called Newbie, Tumbler, Tutorials, and Support. 2 rules. You have to be nice. I'm not going to approve anybody that doesn't approve to the be nice rule. In fact, while I'm thinking about it, anybody that invites friends to join, please tell them to go answer those questions so that I can approve them. I've got a couple sitting there. I just haven't posted about it. So I'm just going to use Envirotex Light. I'm just going to mix up 10 because I don't need a whole lot just sitting here. And I do it probably the wrong way, but I like to pour 5 or whatever my halfway mark is in my cup with the one, and then I pour the other one right on top. Many people will tell you that's not the way to do it, but it works for me and I still get the right measurements. And I switched my epoxy into these paint bottles. Makes it so easy. Thank you for making me feel normal, Gianna. I've had people tell me that I do it wrong, and I'm like, well, you do what works for you and I'll do what works for me. So I'm not going to be super worried about air bubbles because we're about to spread this on so thin. And the colors I'm going to use, I'm going to do it a little bit different. I feel like a lot of the Gypsy tumblers have lots of purples and lots of brighter colors. Not always. Mary, if I didn't have the light hitting this just right, I would have to do it with a permanent marker as well, which I have had to do that before. This one, I'm going to do it more of a, like a muted. I was browsing Pinterest earlier to get my final color inspiration. I'm kind of mixing a couple of them. So, like I said, I'm not worried about these bubbles, like, at all. So what we're going to do, let me wipe this off. So what we're going to do is just spread it on super thin around the whole thing. I'm actually going to raise my camera up just a teensy bit. Gianna, I love it so much. I can't show you the other side of this cup, but I'm going to show you that rainbow one that I did the other day. I literally epoxied this morning, like not even 4 hours ago. But this is that one that I did with the double-sided tape. I can't show you the other side because I can't risk the person accidentally seeing it. If this liquidy split, you will not be disappointed. But I will say you got to be fast because you only have a little bit of working time with it. Okay, so the colors that we're going to use. Oh, Melissa, thank you so much. I'm glad you learned something. That's exactly why I'm doing it. It's because I love it. Yeah, Kimmo, you will not be disappointed. I love it so, so much. So I'm going to use this for my basic, where the spots are going to go. And then I'm going to put this and this around it. I feel like this, then this, then this, to kind of break it up and tie it all together. This is more of a rose gold, but it's really going to pull through that a little bit darker vibe with this next to it. I'm really excited. I was going to go through the hassle of like marking my line of where I wanted everything, but I'm not going to do that. It's not really worth it. So just really thin as you can get it. I don't usually dump all that on there like that, but I don't want to make y'all wait forever for me to get it done. My mother-in-law and her husband are in town, and they just ran off to go eat with my sister-in-law, her other kid. And I don't know when they're going to be back. So I want to be ready to tell them bye. Any of y'all that are blessed with mother-in-laws that are amazing, you're so lucky. My husband and I both lucked out. I hear all these horror stories of mother-in-laws like trying to take over your world, and I'm so fortunate I've never had to deal with that. She's amazing. Yes, Melissa, I am in like north of Fort Worth, so pretty much straight north of you. I actually lived in Austin for a few years, and I loved it. Hi, Jessica. Well, hopefully your signal holds out for you. So just as thin as you can go. If you end up with thicker spots, that's not that big of a deal. They're just gonna need more glitter. Otherwise, you'll end up with a weird wet spot. So I grabbed this other thing to show you. This is a way, yeah, Sharon, you're not so far at all in the grand scheme of things. This silicone brush, I just got epoxy all over it. This is another way that some people will get their epoxy really thin. I often don't bother doing that, but it is an option if you don't like doing it with your fingers. You can get these on Amazon. Oh, that sound. I can't do it. I can't do it. Lake Jackson. Mary, remind me where Lake Jackson is. I feel like I need to know where that is. Or I feel like I might have seen that in passing somewhere. Alright, so there's that. Got the bottom good. I've just got that one spot right here that's still pretty dry. Oh, south of Houston. Okay, yeah. So I probably passed signs on my way to Galveston or something. Signs for it. That's probably why it sounds familiar. Almost done. You can kind of feel it when it's, hi, Deborah Jo. Yeah, you're not too far either. It's only 30 minutes to get to Oklahoma from here. Just straight up 35. Yeah, Tanya. Yeah, Dollar Tree. I started to say that earlier, but I'm very ADD. A lot of people have asked how to keep epoxy out of your inside of your cup. My personal method is to go this way with it anytime possible, because if you do that, it's like a scraper. Oh my gosh, Megan, yeah, I've seen those photos. It is devastating, those fires. Ooh, Wyoming, that's beautiful. Okay, I'm done. So let me take this glove off so that I don't get epoxy all over everything that I touch now. So we are going to start with the champagne. And I'm going to make it a fairly wide leopard print. Not super wide, but I don't want it too skinny. You know what I almost didn't do? I was about to waste a lot of glitter. Oh, Megan, that's so sweet. I've seen some stories, and one of the ladies in one of the groups I'm in, they had to evacuate really quickly as well. It's so scary. So I'm going to try and control where it goes so it doesn't end up all over the cup by just kind of dumping it. You can do this on the turner. Hi, April. Just kind of doing that right there. We're pretty fortunate in weather where I'm at. I mean, we have tornadoes. I just stuck my finger right in that cup. Oh, it's going to be one of those days. This is exactly what I was trying to avoid, but, you know, it can't go right. That would be too easy for it to go right. OMG, y'all. That's okay. I actually needed to make this a little wider anyways. So the reason I didn't use the liquidy split for this phase is because I don't want to be in a hurry. The Envirotex will take a while to get to the point where you can't really work with it very easily anymore. Okay, so as you're doing this, you can kind of keep an eye out for some spots that need a little bit more attention. Like I mentioned just a minute ago, sometimes you end up with a little bit more epoxy. Y'all are so sweet. You know what, Deborah Jo? Some people do amazing with the cheaper glitters. It's okay. Do whatever works for you. I've seen people post amazing cups and they say, oh yeah, I got this at Walmart. And I'm like, well, I owned that same glitter. I know, April. I'm excited too. Like, I've owned the same glitter that other people have posted and not gotten the beautiful results they got. So it's definitely not something that you have to do. I do love all my glitters, like all of them. I think there's maybe one that I haven't enjoyed. I've been like, oh, it's all right. But it's because I didn't really pay attention to the pictures. And it was a duplicate. So something I had already bought from one seller, I accidentally got from another. Okay. So that's about all we're going to do here. Doesn't have to be perfect because we're about to overlap it. But I need something to set. Y'all, I am not here today. April, is there any chance that your friend will see this video? Because I would love to show the other side of the cup, but I didn't earlier. I was showing them how quickly the liquidy split sets up, and I would love to show them the other side, but I was worried that there might be a chance of her seeing it. But if there's not, I'll show both sides. Oh, great. Okay, so y'all, I can show y'all the other side of that rainbow cup in just a second. And you guys are so sweet. I'm very, like, I feel blessed. You guys are so nice to me. Linda, yes, you will go bonkers. That glitter wall, oh man. Oh man, oh man. So many. And there's actually quite a few that I don't have. Okay, I'm going to show, look at all that. It's pointless for me to have this on, y'all. So I'm going to show y'all the other side of that rainbow cup. April said there's no chance of her friend seeing it, so I'm going to show y'all. Okay. So, da-da-da. Aw, Kimmo, you're so sweet. Melissa, so sweet. Oh, it's upside down, isn't it? So this is the other side of her cup. This is iron-on top of regular vinyl. My mother-in-law was kind of like, are you seriously about to iron that? I'm like, uh-huh. But I'm really excited about how that turned out. It's going to go out in the mail tomorrow. That is another testament to liquidy split, is it cures in 24 hours. So by the time I get up in the morning and get ready for work and get the kids in the car for school, I can wrap it up and drop it on my way to work. It's great. So now let's do Gig'em. This is not available anymore, but Pepper is almost identical. They're literally only one shade apart. It was less of a noticeable difference than what you can tell with Cupid Shuffle and Santa's Coat, and I think that's why she stopped carrying one of them. All right, so we're going to do that. Okay, there's not very many actual brick and mortar stores. Fran just opened hers. I don't know how far you are from New Orleans, but Mr. Nola's has a storefront. And I've seen somewhere else that someone posted about a glitter store inside a mall, which that's pretty cool. All right, so I'm just going to do kind of thinner bands here on both sides of the champagne. I haven't decided if I'm going to Milky Way this or not. Some Gypsy Leopards have that, some don't. It's pretty both ways though. Ooh, maybe it was Glitter Chimp. Are they in the store, Megan? Maybe that's what I saw. Linda, not that I know of. It takes a while for it to come in, so I know that she tries to get it before running out, but she just ran that Labor Day sale. And so I think she's out of quite a bit. Thank you, April. This is going to have leopard prints right here, and then a chunky over here. Sorry that I told y'all I was going to do this days ago. I feel bad. When I say I'm going to do something, I hate not actually doing it. So I'm going to clean this up just a little bit more and then move on to the other side. I may have gotten my epoxy too thin in some spots because I can see the cup through this and I shouldn't. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to push it down like I did on the tape. I bet you could also accomplish this with the double-sided tape method as well. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do on that part. Let's move over here to this one. I think this side's going to be a little bit of a struggle because I do better working with one specific direction, but I want them to end up pretty equal. All right, Kelly, this is Gingham. Whew, I'm about to have a heat stroke all of a sudden. I gotta turn on that air conditioner. I'll be right back. It's like it went from comfortable to 80 degrees over here all of a sudden. I hope that's not too loud for y'all. This is, Kelly, this is Gingham, but Pepper is what she has in place of this now. I mentioned that I think that they were just too close, that it just wasn't worth keeping both of them. But it may have also been a supply thing. That's me guessing. So that's what we've got there. Yeah, Tanya, that double-sided tape, I have seen some amazing tumblers. Any of the groups that you're in, if you'll just go to like the photo album and just scroll, it's hard to look at it on the wall because the algorithm like bumps everything that's been commented on or liked or interacted with in any way. But you can go to just the photo album and scroll and see some beautiful stuff posted. One spot's giving me trouble. All right, just a little cleanup here. Perfect. Okay, so that's it for this. So like I said, that part will have the leopard print. And then I don't really want the whole thing to be chunky all right here, but I do want a fair amount. So I may end up with another stripe of pepper right in the middle. I mean, Gingham. Camo, yeah, I've seen some that had too much, but they were still so pretty. I would love to see it. You should definitely post it in the group. I would love to see that. I love seeing y'all's cups. All right, so let's go ahead and do a line right down the middle, because I know for a fact that I do not want all of this to be chunky. Kelly, if you're talking about the website for this glitter, I actually have it in the description. It's fransglitterandmore.com. I have a $5 off new customer coupon on there. She also has 10% off. There's a code on the top of her homepage, so if that's better for your first purchase, absolutely do it. It's only usable one time. Either one of those. Hi, Denise. There's nothing wrong with being fashionably late. I'll do a recap of all the new colors at the end here. Okay, so that's all I'm gonna do there. So let's clean this up. I am gonna have to go back over this, probably with hairspray or something right here. I just got it too thin. It's my own fault. I could feel that it felt thin, but it just, I don't know. I didn't pay attention, but I actually didn't do anything here. Almost dumped that. I didn't have the lid on it, and I went to pick it up, and that would have been a little bit devastating. Messy for sure. Hi, Letitia. Tracy, thank you for staying on that, because I realized it, and man, I'll do it right there. Okay, so let me set this aside and clean up, and then we'll do that chunky mix. I feel like I saw somebody say, what would your top 5 colors be for jewelry? But I didn't see all of it. I literally only saw a few words, and I'm kind of filling in some of the rest of it. And can you ask that question again so I can see what you said and maybe hopefully answer it? Penny, no, the Labor Day sale was just that 24-hour window, but she does have the new customer sale. She does sales on occasion. Tracy, the other day when I was doing the double-sided tape, somebody commented, you have an extra line, and I was like, oh yeah, it's because they're not equal and blah blah blah. It took me so long to realize somebody was saying, no, you missed a spot. It was so bad. I'm a little ding dong sometimes. Deborah Jo, thank you for posting that again. 100% you need State Fair in your life. I happen to have it here because I need to finish up my sample for it. This is gorgeous. I've made dominoes out of it. I've made jewelry for everyone at work out of it. I put it on a tumbler too. Let me grab it. I'll show you. This is a cowhide. It's not perfect. I still have some stuff to clean up on it, but it just shifts from pink and orange and green and blue. It's one of my absolute favorites. I actually bought 2 more colors when I was at her store the other day. And then I would say Calypso. I don't have that one handy, but it's a blue and purple shift. And then I would say absolutely you need Heavenly Chunky and Heavenly Fine. So great. So I actually have Heavenly Fine on my fingernails right now, and I have Heavenly Chunky in the top of this dump mold here. It's gorgeous. So now we're going to do Great Gatsby. It has kind of a champagne rose gold-ish shift. There is one that she has called Three Sisters Custom Blend. It looks the same at first, but it has green, not rose gold. It's so pretty. Ooh, Tracy, I would love to know what you found for the dominoes. What size set are you talking about that you found a box for? Because I found something that was too big for the 28 piece, the double sixes, but I think that I think it'll be perfect for the double 12s. Which I'm going to do a set of those really soon. I need to figure out pricing on those because somebody at work wants to pre-order a set for Christmas. So see how pretty that is? It just flows really easily. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to Milky Way over this. I think it'll tie it together really nicely. Some of the other colors, I would say Snow White. Snow White's actually kind of similar to Heavenly Chunky. Man, I gotta think about this. I have so many that I have to think about which ones I blow through the fastest. You can see how much Cupid Shuffle I've used, but it wasn't for for jewelry. Science Project actually makes really pretty earrings too. April, just message me when you're ready. I gotta figure out pricing because I don't want them to be so expensive that it's ridiculous, but I know they take up a lot of epoxy. So what I'm gonna do on this chunky is when I'm done, I'm gonna put a glove back on and I'm gonna pat it down flat. That way I don't end up having to cut or sand through a whole bunch of glitter. Yeah, Crystal, this is so pretty. Deborah Jo, I'd say maybe even think about this or Three Sisters. It just picks up so much color. What other earrings do I have? Kristen is a good one if you want like a good just rainbow mix. It really is kind of a good mix there. I wear that one a lot because almost all my masks I wear at work are rainbow. So I bounce mostly between Kristen and Heavenly Chunky. Okay, great, April. Once I get that figured out, I will definitely do that. Oh, Moana is so pretty too. I can totally see that together with this. I love Moana. That's kind of like a dusty rose, isn't it? Like almost a pinky, but not quite pink. When I get this sealed really well, I'll seal it a lot with clear spray paint, and then I'll do the dots. Probably gonna do like probably Maleficent, and then probably Espresso Shot. Since I have some holographic color shift here, I think the Maleficent and the Espresso will look really nice because this is not color shift. I think it'll pop nicely. So we'll see. Oh, Tracy, that's smart. So Dollar Tree, clear boxes that have the drawers that slide out. I'll have to look at that. I'll be out getting groceries in a little while, so I may have to do that. It's right next door to where we get groceries. Leanne, that is fat. They are all so pretty. There are a few that lose their color under epoxy. Oh. While I'm thinking about it, if y'all have Heavenly, you should totally mix it with other colors. I've got Heavenly mixed with Skellington, which is gorgeous. April, I have not. My brain, I'm sorry, my brain has been everywhere but where it's supposed to be. But I do want to tackle that. Yeah, it's definitely on my brain. It just, my brain's not functioning at full capacity right now. Okay, so that is actually all the glittering, with the exception of I've got one little spot right here. I'm just going to touch it up over the trash can so that I don't have to clean up anything. But that is where we are. And we'll Milky Way this part when the time comes, not this part. That's kind of what makes it that whole different look, is because it doesn't have that in there. It doesn't cover the whole thing. That's pretty bad. Clean this up real quick and then throw on a glove and we'll pat it down. I've got a little bit of, I've got enough epoxy here. Let's throw some earrings together. Chanel, these are actually all from Friends. At the beginning of the live, I showed some from a different company that I just got in. But these are all from Fran. I've got the new customer coupon code in the description. And you can get $5 off. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Denise. Alright, I'm not going to worry trying to get that off of my hands. But I am going to grab Heavenly Chunky and show y'all what that looks like as earrings. I can't find the earring mold that I want. Penny, there's no hiding it. You can't run. You can run, but it doesn't do you any good. Oh, okay, here's the earring mold that I want right here. This is the earring shape that I wear the most myself, just because it's not overwhelming, and I don't have the right style and personality to pull off the big ones. I look like a doofus. So that's Heavenly Chunky. I've got like 7.5 milliliters still mixed up, and luckily with this being the Envirotex, it doesn't set up quite so fast. So I'm going to dump that in there and mix it up real quick. Nope, that's set up too much. Maybe not. Ooh, I'm on the fence. It's pretty thick, but it's not hot. So we'll just see what happens when we pour it. It may not end up flowing like it needs to. It's been sitting there a bit, so I'm not surprised, but if we can salvage some of it, that'd be nice. I often will kind of encourage it to go. Let me put this back down. I often encourage it to kind of go around the little posts here. I feel like once it has a little bit, it flows in the hole a little bit better. I should have gloves on. Yeah, so Deborah Jo, another thing that works really well is slime. But my slime is so old that it is kind of disintegrated. And it could be because it was so full of glitter that it just kind of no longer resembled slime. So I'm just going to set these off to the side, out of the way, let them kind of do their thing. So there's a couple of ways that you can pat down your glitter. You can use parchment. A lot of people use parchment. You can use a little spatula. You can use a gloved finger. You've got tons of options, honestly. I like throwing on a glove just because I feel like I can control how much pressure. But it just kind of, it depends on personal preference. Okay. So I'm literally going to gently pat this down so that it kind of gets down onto the epoxy. And I don't need to do that on the fine, just the chunky. You can kind of see right there on the edges where it's not really sticking out like crazy anymore. A lot of people will just wrap it up in parchment. I'm that paranoid person that I feel like I'm going to knock off a bunch of glitter doing it that way. And I do have a couple of spots that are a little on the thin side. I don't know if you can see that right there. I'm going to end up having to go over this. I really should have gone a little heavier handed with my epoxy, but it's an easy enough fix. I'm not super stressed about it. And I just got some new mica powders. I'm pretty sure I got a burgundy mica powder. Maybe even a rose gold. I'll have to look. I've got some mica powders to do the Milky Way that I think will be really pretty. But after this epoxy cures pretty good, where it's not really moving a lot, where it's hardened up enough, I'll come out here with hairspray and just do little patches at a time. You can use stuff like Loctite. Hi, Cynthia. Yes, it's Tracy. The lint rollers are great. Deborah Jo, I don't know what that is. The Milky Way, a bling it from Color Art. I'm not sure what that means. I don't know. I'm not familiar with that brand, so that might be part of it. Penny, spend all your money. It goes to a good cause. It's so bad. It's so bad. So that's pretty good right there. Yep. Pretty flat. I've got a few spots that maybe need a little bit more, but pretty close to done. You can kind of see them. Yeah, I'm really disappointed that I didn't put enough epoxy down, but it is what it is. It's not tragic, it's not devastating, and it won't end up in the strip bucket because of it. So it's not too terrible. Yeah, okay. So that's that. That's all we're going to do right now. Yes, Penny, that's exactly right. You can't change what you offer if you're not constantly expanding. Like, I sell glasses. That's my day job, and yeah, we have our favorites, but we have to add other colors. Oh, Deborah Jo, I'm so sorry. No, that was the one on the Milky Way that I did. That was actually just epoxy dye. I almost poured the wrong glitter in that bald spot. I would have been a little perturbed with myself. Okay, so that is all that gets done on here. I'm going to let it sit, let it cure, and then, like I said, I'm going to come back with some hairspray. Do that. I've got my Aqua Net here from the other day to seal. I may also seal really well with clear spray paint and then Mod Podge. It just kind of depends, because I can definitely control where it goes on the Mod Podge a little easier. So we'll see. So let me do a quick recap of the colors that I showed at the top of the video. And then that will be all I have to show you guys for today. I do want to show you what Skellington looks like. I've got a couple of little things here that I've just mixed up and not really done anything with. But so I mixed Heavenly, what's on my fingernails, mixed with a black that doesn't sparkle. Oh, you're welcome, Deborah Jo. And thank you, Debbie. So this is what you can accomplish by mixing. So it's the fine of this with black. It's crazy. Don't be afraid to mix stuff up. You can come up with some amazing stuff. Oh, and I don't have the other. Okay, so I mixed some Heavenly Chunky with Kelly Green Chunky. That Wimawa that I got from Simple Beginnings. This mixed with this. It's gorgeous. It actually looks a little orangey because of the gold tone. So the colors that I showed earlier, we've got It's Good to Be Bad Lilac from glittermakes.com. It's really pretty. It's very, very opaque. It's not translucent at all. And this is kind of its cousin, Candy Corn. It's very, very slightly opaque, but for the most part, it's the most solid orange I've ever seen. And I have some beautiful oranges, but that one definitely is my most solid, which is something I was looking for. And this one is Green-Eyed Purple People Eater. It shifts from green to purple. It's really pretty. And then Confetti. This, like I mentioned earlier, is identical to Rainbow Bright from Love All Bling. See? It is identical. It's so hard to tell on screen though. I still want to do some of the color videos that I talked about, like saying, okay, here's like 20 of this color family. I just haven't yet. Yeah, that Purple People Eater is so pretty. And then this one is Raspberry Delight. It's nothing like Raspberry Lemonade that Fran has. It's pinks and maybe a silver. It's all pinks. And then the subscription box, Witch's Brew. It is your classic Halloween-y colors. The burnt orange, the purple, the black, the green. It's perfect. And then Kamikaze. This is my favorite one out of here. It's a color shift. It's like a black to indigo. Like looking at the lid from the angle I'm at, 45 degrees, it is jet black. But then you start catching it. Hopefully that showed up for y'all too. Yeah, Madeline, that one's my absolute favorite. I like the Witch's Brew a lot, but this one is my most favorite. And then Life Potion, like I mentioned earlier, it's brighter green than Watermelon Rind or Tafiti. Those are the same color, just two different cuts. But it's more of a true Kelly green to me. It's more green than like Joyful Elves or Grinch. And then Fool's Gold is more yellow than Champagne. Here's Champagne right here. You can kind of see the difference there. But not as yellow as 24 karat. And then the last one is my second favorite from the group. These two are kind of a medium. They're not as fine as what we were just using. You can kind of see the difference there. This is finer than this one. And then this one has an almost glowing effect. It doesn't look like much there, but let me grab the glitter, the sample of this one. It has a completely different look under epoxy. It's so pretty. It's more rich under epoxy. All right, that is everything. So what happens next on this Gypsy Leopard is it's gonna just sit and cure, and then I'll come out here and seal it really good and then add some more on the colors where I didn't get my epoxy thick enough. And then I'll probably go live to show y'all the Milky Way drizzles, but it'll be a couple of days because I got some stuff going on tomorrow night. So that's it. Oh, Tanya, that is the coin capsules. I'll put that in the description in a little while too. These are the size for like the Sacagawea dollar. It's bigger than quarters. I had quarter sized and they were nice, but I like these little bit bigger ones. So I'm still working on getting that all done. But I'll post that Amazon link. I think it's like 12 bucks for a box of 100. But sometimes you can get it in a 2-pack. So yeah, all right. So if y'all have any questions, don't hesitate to leave a comment after this uploads. I'll answer them as fast as I can. Chemo, so, oh Denise, you're so sweet. Chemo, what I do is I do it two different ways. I will pour, let me grab an empty one. In the bottom, when I'm doing my chunkies, I'll pour enough to make it cover the bottom. And I pour my chunky in there and I set it aside and I just let it settle in. And if I'm doing UV resin, after it has a chance to settle, then I'll put it under the light. And I just discovered yesterday that sometimes I don't cure them enough, so flip it over and cure the other side. It looks disgusting otherwise. On my fines, I pour more in there, and then I use my little embossing tool from my scrapbook stuff. Let me see if it's over here. Hi, Lori. You caught the end of it. You'll catch the replay in a little bit, but this is what I use. I gently stir it. I kind of bring it out from around the edges. I don't scrape the bottom. Crystal, I would say that 20 milliliters is going to make a lot of these. I think you could easily make 30 with 20 milliliters, so I'd probably do smaller batches just so you have time to work. But you can use regular epoxy or the UV resin. But I mix up my fines just because I feel like it shows them better. Some of my originals I didn't, and it just kind of, it doesn't really show. I feel like it just sat there. It didn't really look as nice. And that's it. So if you have any questions, like I said, don't hesitate to leave a comment and I'll do my best to answer it. And I'll see y'all in a couple of days. Thanks, y'all.